Yeah, welcome to Smoggy Gaming. This video will be a very basic how to set up your 737, whether it be the 600 or 700. Get it up in the air, a bit of cruising, and obviously the ILS landing. Not very in-depth, so it's just the basics. If you're struggling with it, stay tuned and we'll show you how to get through it. Right, just before we get started, I use standard procedures that I get from a lovely man, John Beckett. Well, sorry, Jonathan Beckett. Does great videos. He does standard procedures for most of the planes. You can get them from there. So this is the ones I use. I do have it on my Discord. If anyone's in Discord watching this, you can get it from there. But if not, please hop over to John's YouTube channel. You'll find lots of videos, lots of how-tos, lots of tutorials, and he also does the startup procedures for the planes. Very useful, very handy, and they are very good. So hop over there, give him a follow as well, and you can also buy him a cup of coffee. Right, let's get on with this tutorial, shall we? Right, so the first part is going to be setting up the plane. So obviously getting it turned on, the flight computer, and all that sort of stuff. So let's go above here. So first things we need to do is get some power. So first thing we need to do, turn battery on and emergency lighting. Next, ground power. If you don't turn that on, you will get a little alarm whinging at you saying you haven't turned it on. Go above, and then you've got your navigation, so your IRS. Then to want a nav, turn your little rub around to there, so it's on that HDG/STS. That's where you want that. So back down. So we need our window heat, pitot heat on. And we'll seatbelt on as well. And that for now will do. So we'll now go down to the MCDU. Okay, the first thing we need to do on here is FS actions and fuel. So we need to put the amount of fuel we need. This will be on your flight plan, so make sure you have a look at your flight plan. So my block fuel in pounds is 12233. So 12233. Put that in there. Thank you very much. Back in the menu, FMC, index. Right, so next thing we need to do is our position. So basically, so the IRS knows where we are. So we are at T side, so that's EGNV. I don't know what gate we are, but if you do know your gate number, put that in. If not, just copy that, put it in there, and then go to route. Now, if you remember, you saved your flight plan. So this is where we put this in the company route. So it's EGNV, and we go into EGKK. So that is what it will look like. So you just put that in there, and that will put your route in. So your flight number, whatever flight number you've got, and the runway we're taking off from, which is 23. 23. Activate. Everything. Execute. Okay. Done. So that's that bit done. Now, what I tend to do from here, I'll go straight to depart and arrive. So we are departing from 23 and it's direct straight out. Execute, and we are arriving on 26 left. So let's look for, there it is, ILS 26 left, and we are using Disty 1G. Disty 1G. There we go. So arrival. So there we are. So we can, that's in. Execute. Back to index. There. Right. ZFW. Just click it twice. 1, 2, puts it in. Thank you very much. Our cruising altitude, which will be on your flight plan, which is 350. Seems a bit high, but our fuel reserves done, and our cost center is 61. Execute. N1. I don't do anything in this. Just leave it. Take off. So we take off with flaps of 5. CG trim. Just click. Like your trim, which comes in here, 6.75. Okay. So what we need to do is move our seating position back to the pilot. There we go. And then there's your trim wheel. So we need that to be approximately 6.75. If you have the way that arrow is there, you sometimes get what it is. It tells you, but I haven't, so I just guess. So we need to know, we need to be at 6.7. So that's 4. That's 5. What you're looking at that is this little arrow here. So we're on 5. So we go in to 6, basically 6 3/4 or thereabouts. This is just for when you take off. So that's 6.5. Yeah, that's close enough. Okay. Right, back to McDoody. There we go. So we've got that. Right. So all of your speeds are there. So just click once on that one, and that one. Everything else is in. Go to legs. And what you need to do with it is check that you've got no discontinuities like this. This is what you need rid of. So go to there. Click the one underneath it, which will copy it. And then click on there. There you go. Execute. Basically that just fills that gap in. There we go. That's it. We've already got the one. Sometimes you'll only get one. Sometimes you might get 2. Sometimes you won't get any. So that is our flight computer filled in. I don't think I've missed anything. If I have, we'll find out. I don't think I've missed anything. So I'll click back on legs, puts it back to the top. Okay. Right. So at that point, we can go back to overhead. So from here, this is where I use my little setup procedure. Right, so we are down to, we've done the flight plan, so flight directors, right. I haven't done that yet because I'm not going to do that yet. I'll do it the way I like to do it, shall we? So seatbelts are on, yes. Yaw dampers. Cabin pressure, which is this here, so you set this to your cruise height. So this is going to be 35,000. So that's the height we are going to. If you want to go higher, set it higher. Otherwise, you might get some alarms going off. Fuel pumps on. Now now we can start our APU. Wait for that to kick in. If you nip outside, you can hear it. It starts up. There we go. Doesn't take long. And all we're waiting for is this to illuminate. This bit here. This needle should start dropping back. I think it comes down to about 3, I think, 2 or 3. There we go. Lights on. Turn on bleed. 52 switches. Put your transfer pump on. Transfer pump. Your APU generator. So that is now powering the plane. So at this point, we can now disconnect the ground power. There we go. And what you can do just to make sure it has disconnected, if you go back to McDo, click on menu, FS Actions, Ground Services, there you are, Ground Power, Release. There you go. And that will release your ground power. There you go. Light's gone off. So it's now running on the APU. So we turn our anti-collision lights on, wing lights on. Right, at this point we'll go over here, and our initial climb is going to be 14,000. So put that on to 14,000, which is there. Both FDs on, that one, and your auto throttle. They are now set. So I think we are all set now for pushback. Right, next stage, pushback and taxi. So I like to use pushback tool. So we will plan pushback. There we'll do. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on. Where's my rudders go? Let's push back. There we go. Right, we now need to go into the McDo to release everything. So go into menu, FS Actions, Ground Services, and just click this one here, and that just removes everything. And then you got connected, it'll just disconnect it and get you ready for pushback. So as you see, whoops, pushback truck's going in place, even though it's not the best one. Everything's clearing away. Probably do that beforehand, really, but hey ho. Everything's clear. Oh, that's really taking me the wrong way, so we'll ignore that direction, but right. Take hold off. And there we go. I'll push back and start. So now we can start the engines. So engine 2. Zoom in. for this to read 10. 9, 10. There we go. Start engine 2. Engine 2 should be good. Back up. Yep, there we go. Switch is gone. Engine 1, same again. And start. Parking brake on. Is it on? Is it on? Yep, parking brake's on. We can get rid of that. Now get our, if you already haven't got it, get your taxi. Right, engines have started. Right, back to overhead. Okay. Right. So once your engines are starting, you push back. We need to turn on the buses, that one and that one. We can now turn bleed off and APU to off. Turn on the hydraulic pumps. Turn on the packs to auto. Taxi lights to on. Yeah, and we can start our taxi. Right, let's start pushback. Bit of throttle. Get us moving. There we go. Don't need much. Maybe a tad more. There we go. While we're taxiing, we set our flaps. Flaps to 5. Runway 23. Turn on our co-pilot air traffic. You don't have to use the ATC if you don't want to. I was going to turn it off. So I do tend to ignore it. Get down to the end of here and we'll stop. Get takeoff clearance. And stop. Bit more. That's not going to work. Right. So ATC. Right, so lights on. To 9.9. So make sure we've got that set. 9.4. ATC on. There's the ATC. We are cleared for takeoff. Right, so when you go to takeoff, what you want to do is set your throttles to hit 40%. So when that hits 40 there, and then this little screw here is your toga. Just hit that and it'll go to toga, or it should do. Doesn't always do it, but it does most of the time. If not, just do it yourself. Let's see if it works, shall we? Right. Go. Get lined up. There we go. Right, lined up. Bit of throttle, so we get 40%. And then hit the button. And it hasn't worked. Yeah, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe some I've done. Here we go. Rotate. Gear up. Right. AP on, L nav on, and B nav on. And that's it. We're now on autopilot. So all you have to do at this point is just follow ATC. If you have ATC on, if not, just go straight to your cruise altitude. And then you are on cruise till you get a top of descent. So when we get a top of descent, we'll come back. Well, just slightly before top of descent, and so because there's a few little bits we need to do. So we'll come back when we are top of descent. So we'll see you shortly. Right. After a while, we need to put our top of descent in. So if you look on here, we can now see our top of descent, which is there. So what we're going to do is get our chart. I use Navigraphs, so whichever chart favourite you have. This is what I'm looking at here, 2,000 feet. So all I'm going to do is put that in to there, 2,000 feet in our altitude, and when it gets to top of descent, it will start to descend itself. This is by the use of the VNav, so it will come down at the the rate it needs to get to 2,000 feet at the right place. And it is quite accurate, so I'll do it most of the time, so it is quite accurate. And we just leave it there like that, 2,000 feet. Then we just wait for this to get down to so we've got what, 20 miles to go. So we'll pop back in about 18 miles and we'll carry on. Right, we're back. As you can see, we've got a couple of miles to top of descent. So you should see very shortly that we should start descending all by itself. There we go. And there we are. So there you go, start descending. You've got your little purple, pink arrow which is in the middle, so that tells you that you are in the correct descent. As long as that stays down the middle or thereabouts, we're all good. Once we've started our descent, we need to put a couple of more things in. So again, back to the charts, and we have our ILS frequency and our course. So that's what you need, ILS frequency and your course for your approach. So there, so your ILS frequency, if we go down to our center panel, we've got 2 here, so put it in both, which is 110.9. Sorry about that little noise. Just 110.9. It's in both of them. And in our course, on both sides, so we've got this one and this one. We need to put in 258. So just turn your knob around, and it reads 258. Oops. 258. And 25. Come on, come on. Typical, gone past. 258. So there we go. So we're now turn you off. So we're on descent. We've got our ILS frequency set, and we've also got our course set for our approach. So all we need to do now is get down to 2,000 feet and head towards our approach. So we shall see you in, let's have a look, we have, so we've got 126 miles, so we'll get to about 30 miles and then we'll come back. So we'll see you shortly. Bye for now. Right, we're back. We have about 30 miles to go. So that's our approach. So we're coming round, oops, other way. Coming round. It's quite a short approach as well. So we need to make sure we are 2,000 feet by here. And normally just get you down there, but if you're worried, just use your vertical speed to bring it down just a tad quicker. Right, so we need to be down, so as you can see, in the pink, purple, whatever colour. So it's slowing us down to 220. 7,000 feet at Holly, which it's not going to be far off. It's going to be close. I think Holly's round here actually. Oh no, there it is. There's Holly. So once we get past there, it will probably start descending down to 2,000. That's our target height. We've got 30 miles to go. Let's keep our eye on this diamond here. Oh, also willow Oh, Willow 7,000. Right. So that's not, that's when you're like, what, 10 miles to get down 5,000? So we might have to speed that up a bit, which is fine. Right, what we need to do, before I forget, is go into here, go into your index, into approach, and you got here, so we're going to land with full flaps, which is 40. Copy that, paste it in there. If you go back to your legs, you'll see our landing speed is now 136. So Willow need to be 220, which we're going to be. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take over the speed now. Speed. So we're at 220. So we're going to lower down to speed. And by CF26L should be that one there. And that turn, we need to be at what? 150. In fact, we'll probably be that. I'll probably put it on. Yeah, we'll get that turn 150. Then we'll go down to 136. And we should be all prepared for landing at that point. As you can see, we are below, so that's okay. As long as we're below it. Oh no, no, is that above? No, we're above, sorry. A little bit down here. We'll see how it goes. It's slightly above, but alright, it should start coming down any second. Once we get past here. Might have to speed it up, yes. Now this is what something I'll do, it shortened our approach, so I'm going to literally take over the heading just to give us a decent approach in. Otherwise we're going to be coming in and it's turning the other way. Come on, quick. Should have done this before and I didn't realise. There we go. Following it, it's not following it. Heading. Turn. There we go. We're turning. That's okay. Come round a bit more. So what we'll do, we'll come up here and come back round into here. Bring it up there. So, and it also gives us a bit more time to get down to 2,000 as well. We'll bring speed down to, so we'll just bring it down to 175. What did that say actually? 150. No. Flaps. If we followed that, that would be quite a short approach. It's entirely up to you, but it does do this sometimes. It brings in a bit short, so I just take over and just to give me that bit more bit more of an approach. And when we start this turn, where we put the ILS in, it will switch these over. But not yet. We start the turn. And then the ILS will take over, hopefully. But one, we need to be down 2,000 feet first. So let's have a bit of speed brake just to slow us down. Put that on to 10. There we go. So that's where we need to be at 2,000 feet there. So we were coming in way too shallow. There we go. There's our little mark coming down, so where we will be at 2,000 feet. More flaps. Maybe a bit more before we start our turn. So we should still have on there. So all we need to do, yeah, we have. We've still got. So it should automatically, when we put it back on LNAV, it should take us round. Slow speed down. Flaps. And we'll put LNAV back on. So it'll do it. Doesn't want to do it, we'll turn it ourselves. What we at? 3,000. We're okay. That doesn't want to do it, we'll do it ourselves. Spin it round. We're on 258. Put that on 258. I'll put it on somewhere near. We can do VS. Add a bit of that on just to bring us down. Full flaps on, gear down, and we'll now switch these over onto the ILS frequency. That one and that one. There we go. And we've now got our ILS diamonds. So they will start lining up to the runway. We can put our approach on. We'll put second autopilot on, and hopefully it will bring us round. Should keep going, should keep going. No, it's not. Take that off. Slightly offline. This is why I give myself a bit more room. Probably not the best approach. Well, hopefully you're getting the idea. There we go. Now, let's see if this does correct itself. I'm interested. Right, slow. It should now. Yeah, it is. There we go. It's lined itself up. Lining up anyway. Bit late, but it's doing it. See what sort of landing we can do. Be a giggle. Auto brakes. There we go. Lined up. Perfect. Well done, plane. Lights gone out, don't know why. I think the bulbs flew.
400.
Excellent.
300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Well, that landing's happened.
Ooh dear. Went a bit wayward there. Oh, we're down. Well, there we go. We made it. Right, we'll stop a little thing there. That'll do. There we go. Well, I hope you got the idea. Sorry about the rather naff approach and that, but we got the important things in there. Hopefully your approach will be a bit better than mine. But yeah, just remember, so your flight plan, that's the height for your when you start descending. That's what I put my target height at, which is the height of when we start the approach. And you got your course you need to be on, and your ILS frequency, which you need to put in. I always put it in both. I don't think you have to, but I always put it in both. So I hope that helps. Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, please, and the like button, and the bell. We much appreciate it. It does help. It goes a long way. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps with your 737. Enjoy. Thank you very much, and goodbye.